Hello everyone, and welcome to my latest harebrained adventure. And this one is really quite different. These, as many of you will know, are contour lines. They represent altitude on a map, wrapping around mountains and ravines and whatnot, letting you know if the terrain is moving up or down and how steep that terrain is. Their function is purely topographical for map reading purposes. But what if I followed one for ages? What if I travelled from point A to point B without leaving one of those lines and therefore not changing my altitude the entire way? Well, today I'm going to find out. I am currently standing precisely 420 metres above sea level on the famous Offa's path. This is the ancient border of England, or Mercia technically, and Wales. And if I've got a smile on my face, it's because for once I'm standing on the border of England and Wales dressed in my camo gear, but I don't actually have 4 days of anxiety and pain ahead of me. Just 6 or 7 hours this time. I think that's roughly how long it'll take to skirt and meander along the edge of this huge mountain range. These are the Black Mountains in the Brecon Beacons in South Wales. And yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be travelling west along the northern edge of them, about 9 miles, all the way over to the ruins of this ancient castle, hopefully in one piece, so that I can enjoy a pint in the highest pub in Powys. Now, I've got my GPS, and I've managed to set it up so I've got the altimeter there and the route there. The route is just a guide. I plotted it on OS maps. I painstakingly followed the actual contour line, putting down point after point after point. I don't know how accurate that will come out as, so I am going to keep looking at the altimeter there to sort of stay on track. But it's not going to be easy because there's going to be steep terrain, farmland immediately, waterfalls, ravines, but at least there'll be no struggling uphill. In theory, it should just be flat, which will be very odd. Right, it's a beautiful day in the height of lambing season, and I can tell you that the farming activity is strong. I've seen 2 farmers in the last hour on the way up here. Oh dear. But let's go. And we start by heading over this fence. Okay, we begin. I do need to watch out for the farmer that I just saw about 200 metres that way a few minutes ago, but we're beginning, and presumably I'm going round this hill, curving round it. So I'm looking a lot at the screen, but do I need to, will I gain the knack of just seeing what's level in front of me? I don't know. This is really weird. Do I look at the route, do I look at the altimeter, or do I just look at what seems flat on the ground? We're 420 at the moment. This first run of fields wasn't exactly long, but just over the second fence, a sight I was rather hoping not to see today. Shit, is that the farmer? I think it is, you know. Yeah, that is the farmer that I saw earlier. Okay, I'm gonna run because he's slightly out of view now, but I'm constantly having to look at the altimeter as well. Ah, good. We're getting out of the fields now. I think, although it's farmed, this is public land. Got away with that. In terms of my aim, 10 metres either side, I think that'd be very good actually. So that'd be 410 up to 430. I know that sounds like a lot, but I think that's mainly that's going to be signal issues when I'm in a little ravine or a gorge. I don't know how accurate it's going to be. Now apparently 420 is something to do with, what do the kids call it, marijuana? Don't approve of that. I've got to say, that was not my intention. That's very naughty. Okay, I don't approve. As far as I'm concerned, the only 420 you need is above sea level on days like this. This favourable ground continued for half a mile or so, where the first geographical blemish appeared. Now we've got our first little ravine here. Our first little nipple, as I call them, and it's going to be a case of today, many a time I believe, going, well, how do I do it? Yeah, walk up the edge of it like so until I reach the stream. Oh, yeah, like that, and then back down this way. This one's all right, but I think the flaw in this plan is when I get to a steep one where the walls are just pretty vertical. How can I skirt along it if it's vertical? So that might be where we fluctuate a bit, but that was all right. I mean, for things like this, you just do that. Still holding it. What are you on about? I think I'm getting the hang of this a bit now. Just sort of scanning the ground, but also keeping an eye on that. So getting a feel for it, I think. 2 more chunky ravines had me skirting pretty cautiously. I can see myself falling down something today. And then it was time to enter the main section of farmland that my wiggly line passed through. Oh dear. Here we go. Anyone there? Can't see anyone. I don't like trespassing at the best of times, but on this one, there's just no, it's not necessary. There's no, I'm not trying to cross a country or anything. I'm just doing a daft little thing, really. God, we go pretty close to this. Snaking across. No one yet. No one but the sheep. What about round here? All good, I think. So it's around the edge of this and we're away. That's perfect. I really don't think I've deviated much from 420. 3 or 4 meters at best. Again, I don't see any problem in doing that. No, wrong one. Oh, okay. This is where we get quite close to a farm, I think. On a lighter note though, you see that mountain up there? That's called Lord Hereford's Knob. Lighten up, you know what I mean? First, there was a series of tricky tree-lined boundaries and ditches. Thank you. Appreciate it. And 424. I've got to go in there. Okay, in we go. And then it was time to attempt some more sneaking. Oh shit. This ain't ideal. I've gone a bit high there. I don't know if anyone saw me. I don't know what they're keeping in there, but yeah, I'm gonna go. Right, got away with that, I think. Although I'm not out yet. That's gonna be wobbly. And there's a big, massive bull in here. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that's over. There had to be a bit of jeopardy. Come on. Bit of naughtiness. Farmland is certainly not over, by the way. So let's hop to it. Let's aim for Lord Hereford's Knob. Okay, I can hear an engine, so I am going to start jogging, just in case they catch up with me. It's probably just nothing, probably distant. 2 houses there, farmhouses. After battling with the most annoying sheep fence I'd ever seen, I laid low in this gully while the engine sound faded, before facing the final few fields. Hello. Sort of 5 or 6 fields, quite a lot actually. And then we are up onto the foot of the knob, the base of the knob. It's peaceful, let's just keep going. Please slow down, cat roaming. For some reason when I saw that, I thought it was like a big cat, like a leopard or something.
There may not have been any leopards, but that didn't stop me from almost ripping my nutsack off on this next fence.
Why did I do that? I think I might have cut myself there. Thought I heard a car coming and there isn't even one. Honestly. No cut, thank God. Absolutely needless though, calm down.
My wiggly orange line then took me annoyingly wide around this hairpin, over the stream that flowed under it, back over the road and onto an unexpected track.
Look at that, it looks like we follow this ancient little track. And pretty blocked. I'm going to be too high if I climb this. Or not. This is crazy little old path. Didn't know this was on my line, on my 420 contour line. This has been really enjoyable so far, quite easy, I have to say. I think part of why it's been so easy is obviously it's flat, but also it's been grassy. It's been sheep mown. But yeah, as we leave the farmland, all that might change. There could be gorse, bracken, heather, which will slow me down and make it a bit more difficult.
But when I did finally cross over from the farmland to the feet of the mountains, there wasn't a stalk of bracken to be seen.
So if it stays like this, I'm laughing. This might be a really boring video, guys. I might have to forge the entertainment in the pub at the end. Look at the ridge of Lord Hereford's Knob. It's so defined, it's got a shadow. Gorgeous. Bit of fluff though halfway down. It's a bit messy.
The going was so easy that I started praying for obstacles to come my way.
Oh, a bit of bracken. Ah, thank you. Something to liven things up a bit. And it's over. Oh, what's this? A bit of gorse. Oh, ow. Oh, ouchie.
But the plain sailing just went on and on and on.
Well, this is an update because I'm making good ground and not much has happened. This sort of ground is just a dream to walk on. So yeah, not much action going on at the moment, but I'm really enjoying it because it's just a beautiful day. The birds are tweeting, it's silent as anything. And I've got these amazing views, patchwork hills to the north and this humbling line of mountains to the south. Will it be this easy to the end? I don't know. Well, what can I say? Still going strong. There have been streams, little ravines, but they've been nowhere near as sort of deep or steep as I thought they would be. And another thing I was worried about was slope foot. I've had it many a times on straight line missions where I've been on a slope and your left foot or your right foot, depending on which one is bearing the brunt, just starts to really hurt and rub. But it hasn't happened to me at all because it's not as steep down here as I thought it would be. I was picturing that I'd be on sort of slightly steeper terrain. This is why the grass is so nice and short. These little fellas. I'd go and say hello, but I won't be high enough then. He's down at 416 meters. Hang on, we might get to stroke one yet. Hello boy. They're beautiful. Yeah, not interested.
Nearly 2 miles later, a sight that I never thought I'd be quite this happy to see again.
Incredible view of Pen y Fan in the distance. But right here we've got some gorse, finally. Oh, let's have it then. Let's be having ya. I'm not even going to put my gloves on or anything, or my gaiters. Ah! Oh, there's quite a bit of it. Oh, that's fresh. That's a wake up. Ow. Oh, these are pretty beefy. Ah, sweet, sweet pain. I've missed you. Oh, prickly promises. And we're out. And we're at 419.5 meters. 0.6. I like how it's to the nearest 10 centimeters. That is ridiculously specific.
It was only once I'd plucked the thorns from my trousers that I realised how grateful I was that they were only temporary.
To be honest, I'm just picturing all this now. Like knee-high or waist-high bracken. That wouldn't be much fun, would it? That wouldn't be the right type of challenge. It would just be monotonous hell. I'm glad that these mountains are so brilliantly bald. I think if I were to do this again, I would just pick somewhere that's got more extreme terrain, I guess. Steeper gullies and things like that. But that's what I like to do on this channel. I like to experiment, do things authentically. The results very rarely pan out like you expect them to on the first attempt. Right, this is quite a big one. This is the biggest one yet, I'd say. Okay. Surely this is where I go tumbling. Just gonna walk it. I'm walking it. Goodness me, look at this. Little waterfall. Don't want to tumble down there. Still doable.
But right on cue.
It's gonna take a lot more than that to test me. Shit. Ah. Apparently we're still 420 above sea level.
Other than that little blip though, it was plain sailing from there on in, even right the way up into this big gorgeous valley.
Look at that.
And all the way around the final hill to what turned out to be quite a welcome sight.
There is the castle in the background. My feet are really starting to hurt now, to be honest, just because of all the constant slopey treading that I've been doing, making some gnarly blisters form up. And to be fair, that was a bloody long way. It was challenging in its own right. That was a bloody long way. I definitely dressed in the wrong clothes. Yeah, there was a bit of gorse, but I think I would have been all right without these, because I've been roasting, quite frankly. Really looking forward to that pint, I can tell you. And in terms of the objective, I think I've stayed pretty damn close. I mean, you can see that green block there. It looks straight to me. So it was a straight line after all, just on the altimeter graph. There you go. Can't help myself. Okay, just round this corner will be the end of my route. What's the view like here? Ah, absolutely stunning.
But there was one last surprise for me waiting right at the end of my line.
He is literally standing on the end. Oh my God. He's standing on the end of my route. No, to the meter. That is unbelievable. No, stay there. Look, can you see that? You are literally stood on the end of my route, mate. Don't kick me. What does that mean you're called? Rude, that's what. There I am. This is the end point, and there is a lot of farming activity down there. I think the overall theme of today has been stunning scenery, to the point where it's been almost overwhelming. Job done. Let's check out this castle. I'm the king of the castle and you're the dirty rascal. Oh my God. I haven't sung that in 25 years. I'm one happy man. Let's get down to that pub. Ah, my blisters. Here we go. The Dinas Castle Inn. Is it open? Yes, it is. Sorry, what? Apologies for any inconvenience. No. No. F***ing great. Should have known that would happen. Should have known. I wanted to believe. It's usually open. That's the heartbreaking thing. Right, now for the matter of how do I get back to the car. I was sort of relying on the staff there to ring a taxi, I might have to hitchhike. Genuinely, if I can't get hold of a taxi.
After an hour of trying, I did manage to get hold of a local taxi to a nearby village called Talgarth,
At least I got to drink my beer.
where a pigeon shat on my bag.
That pigeon just shat on my back.
And eventually made it home, where I was happy to learn that, according to my GPS at least, 6 meters was the furthest I'd drifted from my orange contour line. It may not have turned out to be a blockbuster, but at the very least I can say I achieved what I set out to do, and at most, something that may never have been done before. Still not good enough? Do not fear. My next 2 adventures are big hitters. So keep that notification bell on if you want to see if I can right the wrongs of 2021 and cross Scotland in a straight line, and embark on what is quite possibly my maddest adventure to date, the London No Roads mission. I'll see you all there.